Welcome back to X4. And in response to the last video, I had a number of people saying, yeah, they wouldn't mind seeing a restart if it actually shows an improved war situation, and a few other people saying the same thing, and that after version 1.5 at least, the war kicks off, at least for new games. So I thought, well, let's go and see. I'm not going to certainly delete my original game, because there is about 20 million credits out there for that actual game. But we can have a look at the new games. Okay, now there is a new start available. It's called Unworthy Entrepreneur, and you start off with 200,000 credits, a kestrel, and a station, importantly. So, pretty good. I'm not sure what economy analytics software Mark 1 is, but other than that, yeah, we have this station available here. So why don't we try this for a couple of episodes, and we'll see whether this is significantly different. And of course, for all the people that saw my very first episode when the game first came out on launch day, there were a number of different things you could do to gain money that you can't anymore. So this will give you an idea of what you can do if you're starting a new game that actually still works, hasn't been patched out. I'll give you a short hint. First aid kits, you can't really build them to make lots and lots of money anymore. Nor I don't think can you teleport to stations, so that is another thing to stop you hopping around the universe. So why don't we get started with this? And it doesn't appear to be a start that's voiced in any way, unlike the other three. So we should start and head off towards our ship. Now I'm going to cut forwards just so that we don't have to watch the intro and loading screen. Okay, when you first start, you will be on board a station. I've just undocked. We have a captain available. We have this little tiny ship. So we can have a look on the map screen to see what we've actually been started with. We have a kestrel and a vulture. Vulture being a cargo ship. Kestrel is there as well, a little tiny fighter kind of ship. And then we have, of course, this station we've been given, as well as 200,000 credits. So if we have a look at the station on the plan build screen, you'll see that it has sunrise flower production, and there is some container storage, the Taladi type. Quite nice, actually, that it actually docks onto the bottom of things. The Argon ones that we have in our main playthrough, there's almost nothing that goes onto the bottom of things, other than, you know, the vertical sections. And of course this has a dock and a pier, so this thing can accept very large ships and will be producing sunrise flowers. So if we go to the logical view, you'll see it takes in energy cells, it takes water, produces sunrise flowers, and that's then available. Now there isn't any current onboard production of these things yet. You know, energy cells, there are energy cells arrays and stuff like that to actually link here. So let's go back to plan build for a second. Do we have any of the modules available? Doesn't look like it, does it? No. So we're gonna have to scan for those, and of course the venture module. So this is an unmodified playthrough, unmodified game, I should say, I think, and that means that we should be able to build this venture and the venture platform onto this starting station. Now, it depends how much credits that's actually going to cost us, but we can, of course, go for go and get more credits fairly easily. So as we did with the sort of episode on online ventures, we can just decide to put a venture platform in, and let's see there, and then we put a venture section on the end of it, small, medium. And let's, well, is there going to be a builder for me to select? No, we can't actually select the builder just yet. So I will confirm that, but we won't be able to actually, in fact, let's just turn off this filter settings and remove Playtronics, just so that we've got everything going. And that means I'm probably not going to be able to start this properly until we get some more credits. And of course, we can do that by doing a few missions, of course. It's not going to be too terrible. And if I confirm that, that should be ready. And all I need to do is assign some funds. And let's see how much it actually needs. It's going to need me to get around about 750,000, which isn't terribly much in the whole scheme of things. And then we get a builder. So I'm going to go and get that sorted, which is going to be straightforward. One other thing, by the way, if you enjoy the other videos on my channel, I should be starting a new Factorio series pretty soon. I previously have done Factorio series that have lost people because they got lots of advanced mods in them, like Bob mods, etc. So I'm going to try a series that's vanilla-ish with a couple of extra mods, and just to make the quality of life a little bit easier. and you're more than welcome to go and take a look at those on the channel. The first one I think should be tomorrow, maybe. Anyway, if you're watching this, and in the meantime, I'm going to now explore and get to somewhere useful. Why don't we just start guidance there, and I will, in fact, yeah, that's the place we were just looking at, and we'll quite slowly, we need to get upgrades on this ship, get to travel along this, and then go and explore and look for the highway, or the main ring highway, I should say. Now in this particular start, and I'm just opened up E17 2 just to actually get us that sector opened. In this particular start, you start off with a couple of missions. I think they're sort of intended as tutorials, but that sort of gives you an idea of what and why that vulture is given to you, which is at the start of the game. And why would you put the station right next to the accelerator like that? That's terrible. Off we go this way. What was I saying? Yes, the missions. So if you go into your mission manager at the start, there's a couple of things. One is to assign a subordinate, and we'll set this to active. And the other one is to transfer some credits across to basically that station. So it wants you to send 120,000 of your credits across to the station. So in this case, we can just collect the vulture, and we can assign this as a trading for. And that should be that mission, I would have hoped. Yep, transfer credits as well. And let's just go into scan mode so we can go and find something. Where am I facing roughly? Heading off middle of nowhere. And let's just scan a couple of the directions. Just so I know which way direction to head while we transfer the other credits. Ooh, that did appear to be a... yeah, that's a wormhole. So we could go through wormholes. Not always a fan of wormholes. And there's our first xenon. And it is a raiding party M. Okay. So I'm going to need to go and find... there's unknown objects there. I'll just set guidance to position, point in that direction, and then we can go and finish this other mission. So if we go across to the mission, transfer credits, set that to active as well. And then we can just go across to our station, and then we can manage funds. Presumably it can go across to the station, and that will be fine. So let's just send it to the station. 120,000 that they want. Let's send that across. And there we go. That's the second mission done. So we have no missions now. And that station should, now that it has a vulture, hopefully start trading for... well, in this case, flowers, but it will have to go and get some energy credits until we can build some onboard energy credit generation. Energy credit? Energy cell. Energy cell, yes. And here we are from Hewer's twin, head across to Trinity Sanctum, which is just sort of on the, usually on the sort of left side of Hewer's twin, and then from here onto the highway, as you might otherwise expect. So just leave yourself on there until you get the full ring, and then we'll go back around to a shipyard. We probably will be fine with, well, a wharf or an equipment dock. So we can, once we've gone around the whole circle, we can come back to this large equipment dock and go and get, well, see if we can get one or two pieces of things equipped, like a docking computer. And after a full circuit around the highway, yes, we're back onto the docking minigame before you actually get a docking computer. So let's head forwards and right a bit, and well, let's go down a bit. There we go. And we're docked. First thing I'm going to do is get rid of the need to do that in future. Upgrade, repair. Let's see what we can actually afford with very, very little money. So we can go for docking computer Mark 1. Let's just go straight from Mark 2, to be honest. I'm not going to worry about that. We already have long-range scanner software Mark 2. That's good. That's actually a more expensive option. And, well, just in case, I'll take this. In fact, what is that in the encyclopedia? Let's go and look that up. Leisure ship targeting to lock onto small objects such as debris and floating containers. Yes, we do want that, definitely. Okay, so current entity ship not added to the shopping list, so let's just add it to the shopping list. And it's going to take 40 seconds or so to upgrade our ship. Now, while going around the highway, I have been seeing other xenon around, just not, I haven't gone through a xenon sector yet, so perhaps one of the things we should do is just pop through a nice completely unoffensive, completely passive wormhole, like, say, this one right there, that we know what that is from our main game, assuming that the jump gates haven't changed places, in Hectic vs. Choice, and that should take us to a space where the xenon may have started up, but maybe not. We'll go and see. And here we are. There is a xenon nearby, so why don't we just pop through and see if there's anyone on the other side of the gate. It's not too much of a problem if there isn't yet, because this is literally, you know, 10 minutes into the game or something. So let's just head through. Tarkus Cascade. Yes, dangerous. Okay, so we already have some xenon here. Power distribution units. There are a couple over there. So a raiding party, another raiding party, and hi. This way. This way.
Requesting immediate backup.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, so we know there are certainly xenon on the other side of that gate, and periodically they should start sending stuff through to this side of the gate. Of course, what have we got on this side? That is a construction vessel. We could assign it to our station, I guess, but that will cost us a little bit of money to get started. The main thing we're actually going to do then is our usual start. So we're going to want to go across to someone like Argon Prime. Argon Prime will actually do just fine. We could go back to the Taladi version, but we happen to know there is an asteroid belt in Argon Prime, and go and look for some crystals. Crystals will get us a decent start. Well, if I find anything that's the valuable versions of the crystals. There we go, onto the highway, and then we can go and get a couple of miners started. Well, that's the plan anyway, and if we can, we then want to use those miners to get Nevidium. Now, Nevidium obviously will run out, but I want to see whether it is also still a good early game source of money for you guys, along with the crystals. Don't worry about the craftable stuff on stations, just concentrate on crystals, concentrate on Nevidium, and let's get ourselves started with a lot more credits. So here are some crystals. They're obviously not the white ones we're looking for, but yeah, that is a Menelae. Well, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but we'll give it a go. Menelaean. And I'm just going to shoot those and hold down O. O should pull them towards us. There we go. And once that crystal cluster is destroyed, or at least it's going to take a while to regenerate. I think I saw another one down here, so let's just head up this way. And that's actually a lot closer than I was expecting. So why don't I have a look for some more crystals? In fact, let's see how much they're actually worth, because there are ones that are worthwhile. The purple ones generally aren't worthwhile. This one was blue, so we've got the Foundation X, which is our stuff for the online ventures, and we have Menelaean crystals, 14 of, and that is 140,000 total. So not great, but it's, you know, a few blasts for the equivalent of a mission, and we can carry on going through this asteroid belt. So join me once I've found another cluster or so, hopefully a different colour. Hopefully not purple. Okay, about 3 purple clusters later, and now I see this one called Burnite, and it appears to be slightly whitish, doesn't it? So why don't we just shoot this one instead? And let's hope that this drops some stuff. There we go. And yes, some things are illegal here. So let's just go into our player inventory and the player information. Sorry. What? Oh, I've got one fewer icons up there because I don't have the research icon yet. Everything's in the wrong location. So yes, in our inventory, unstable crystals, you can sell them. I'm just going to drop them. And the Burnite crystals, 6 of them, 250,000 each. So we have 1.5 million. I'm tempted to put my pinky finger to my mouth. Credits already, and you'll see I got the Bandonite. They're only worth 1,000 each. They're the purple ones. We'll still keep that amount of money. That's not a problem, but that's the kind of proportion that I've seen just in about 10 minutes or so of flying around. So I may fly around a little bit more, but let's head to the station to sell them and then use that credits a little bit more usefully, shall we? And here's a green cluster, so we may as well try that as well. So I've also got quite a lot more of those purple clusters. Unfortunate, but they're still worthwhile picking up, I guess, while we're hunting for other things. Unstable crystals, yes, and let's get aqualite. Okay, aqualite is, let's have a look at the cost. Aqualite are 20 grand each, so well worth picking up. We're up to 1.8 million worth of crystals, and there are a couple more I think I saw on those two asteroids up there. So off to those. And let's go and cash in our crystals, shall we say. So let's get up and head out. Our captain can stay there. We happen to have got the docking place right next to where the shop is, so we can go and sell those things. And let's see what we can actually do with that starting money. NVIDIA ore mining is probably a good bet. So let's head over here to someone who wears sunglasses inside and looks a lot like Deus Ex. They really should make the original Deus Ex, but in modern graphics.
Can I help?
Anyway, show me your wares.
Go.
Yeah, and well, he has some bits and pieces. And did I bring... Oh, I hope I didn't bring unstable crystal aboard. No, that's fine. Okay. So I'm just going to sell all of those. And I'm going to sell all the crystals. Yeah, that's all of them. And all of the Burnite crystals and the Menelane crystals as well. 1.9 million. Yep, I think I'm going to confirm that.
Good luck.
And we got nearly 2 million at the start of the game. Good. Now it's going to autosave. Right, so since we're on a wharf, we may as well buy a few ships while we're at it. Okay, here we are with the drill Vanguard. So this is the solid storage for the argon. Fine, no problems. I've just chose the maximum layer and then took stuff off this until it actually looked more reasonable. And you'll notice that unlike the first playthrough, the weapons I chose, this is set to have a mining drill Mark II. You could make a Mark I. In fact, is it going to show me any difference? Slightly larger, so maybe they can mine faster. Who knows? I'll just leave that as the Mark II. So we do actually have mining weapons, and we also have mining turrets as well. And notice I've added 2 service crew to be able to man each of the turrets. This thing, of course, doesn't have any defenses. In the previous game, they were never really attacked. It was always the auto trading ships that were attacked. So we will see on this sort of run. So let's just go for, call this the budget miner. Okay, and say that as a new, we will see 570. So, in fact, I've got the shopping list. Let's just remove that existing one. I had a trader on there just to compare the prices. But in this case, we want the drill Vanguard. Let's add that to the shopping list. And let's add 3 of them. 1.7 million of my 1.9 million gains. And estimated build time is apparently 2 minutes. So let's confirm the order and look at my property screen. Whoops. My property screen. There they are. They're being built. So clearly this station already has enough materials to get started. But that's the other thing we should look at to see if these stations, as they start up, has enough stuff. It doesn't really show me much. Maybe I've not scanned this station enough just yet. In any case, only 40 seconds until they come up and are available. Okay, so 3 miners we're going to get started with straight away. So as you might otherwise expect, this one has only got 2 stars, so that's no good. Well, in fact, hang on. Will 2 stars actually do for mining? Let's have a look. Hold position. I auto mine. Yeah, 1 star will do for auto mining, so that's actually perfectly fine. And we'll start them off with Nevidium. We can add silicon later, but Nevidium to start off with. Maximum gate distance. We don't really much care about that to get started with, but let's just leave them here in Argon Prime to try and sell it, and we'll see how well they do. And I'll set the 2 others the exact same way. Let's just get information. Behavior, auto mine, choose aware, Nevidium, and confirm. And I don't think you can do the thing I used to be able to do, which is just right click and mine in universe, or oh, hang on, mine, ore or silicon. Yeah, no, we want Nevidium, so we'll go through this menu again, and auto mine, aware. Nevidium, and hopefully this will get us a boost. Now we may have to extend the range. I think I'm actually just going to drop a resource probe as well.
We will be scanning your inventory.
I shouldn't have anything illegal, hopefully. Better check. Illegal. Oh,
Release your contraband immediately.
Yep. That wasn't mine. That wasn't mine. Bye. So everything was fine as soon as I dropped my contraband, of course. So yep, they're not too unhappy with me. So let's actually deploy a resource probe and let's see what's actually out here in Argon Prime. So just ore and silicon, as it said on the right click menu, it seems. So if Iridium isn't here, I'm gonna have to go and find another patch of it somewhere. Otherwise the miners may not actually do anything. Let's just see if they're actually deciding to get up. No orders at the moment. And if we have a look on this, oh no, they do appear to be going out. Let's have a look. Yep, no, they have left. That's fine. Let's see if they start building up inventory space. And at least in this save game for me, we have here in Second Contact, right here, Second Contact 2, just below Argon Prime, we have this resource probe, and it's basically saying Navidium is 0.99 per kilometer cubed. So that's good enough for me, and it's certainly good enough for the miners. I've increased their range to 4, and they should go and start mining quite handily. Okay, now I've been picking up crystals while our miners have been going, and I do spot a construction vessel here. So we have now got some more credits from trading. We should get up to 1 million very shortly, but that's more than enough to go into plan build and assign a builder. And I can assign one, presumably that I can see. Yep, there we go. We'll assign you. That's usually about 50 grand that you actually spend, and then we need to assign the money. So let's just assign them that much and confirm. And a few minutes later, we're about to hit the 2 million point again. Another 500,000 due from trades. 1.5 million already in. So we can take a look at our building of our space station expansion, and you'll see over here on the right hand side we're going to get some wear reservations. So incoming traders are going to bring us our claytronics and our hull parts. However, energy cells wasn't on there, so I went and removed the assignment from the Vulture. It was already out there getting energy cells for the production side of this base anyway, the space station. So I cancelled its assignment and then manually told it to come over here and transfer wares with the build storage, i.e. 240 energy cells it will have, and that will then start the construction of our venture platform and our small and medium venture send-off dock. Okay, as far as I can see, everything is now ready for our station to be upgraded. We have all the resources we need. Nothing left here to actually gather, but we have to wait for our builder vessel to get all the way over here. It's nowhere in sight yet, and unfortunately I don't see a way of in-game, unless anyone can tell me and can tell anyone else, is there a way to switch a builder once a project's started. I can't see any way of cancelling this. I can't see any way of doing anything from the map screen either, because unless it's in range I can't actually do all that much. So yeah, I can't switch it to, say, for example, this other builder, which just happened to turn up a few minutes ago and would be available, of course, but you know, the build storage may have the stuff on the wrong builder, so yeah, can't see a way of actually cancelling. Anyway, next episode we will carry on and get an online venture started, because this isn't a modified game. So if you see Grey Duster pop up in your games, then you'll know who that is, and yeah, we'll see whether it's actually lucrative to do or not. In the meantime, however, 6 million and 250,000 due from trades, so 6.25 million will do for first episode, I think. Pretty good. I did find another group of those white crystals, the Burnite crystals, so that helped a little bit with a couple of million, but the rest of it is just come straight from just 3 mining drill basically ships to get started with, and some more should be going up fairly soon. So if you enjoyed this episode, it has been a restart, yes, but we got going pretty fast up into the millions, and of course we'll continue to do so the more ships we're able to buy. So I'll see you next episode for some online ventures, some more buying ships, and then we'll see where we get to from there. If you've seen anything else, or if you want to talk about anything else, do let me know in the comments below, and we'll see from there. Alright, feel free to give it a like if you've enjoyed the episode, subscribe if you haven't already, of course, and you can get the notifications either by clicking the bell or follow me on Twitter at GreyDuster. Otherwise, we'll see you next episode for some more X4. As always, guys, thanks for watching,